It's your girl, Jennro, and this is the Jennro Show. Today we have our special guest, Trey.
Yes.
He is a father, a teacher, a coach, and a community activist.
A loving boyfriend.
So you can follow him on Instagram at _FlyGuyTrey. Welcome to the show. So Trey, tell us about yourself.
I'm from New Roads, of course. She's from New Roads too. I'm a 28-year-old black man living in America. I'm a teacher, a boyfriend, a father, a coach, a big brother, a son, a friend. I'm whatever you want me to be. I'm cool. I want to be great though. So that's me.
And how do you get around being in a small town and actually achieving the things that you want to do in life?
You leave it.
You really got to say, I just don't give up about what people say and what people do.
You leave it.
That's the mindset you got to have.
You leave that small town.
And you leave it.
And you leave that small town, establish yourself, then you come back and do for others.
Yep.
Because as long as you're in that small town, no one wants to see you succeed. Yep. But it's like as soon as you leave that small town, everybody is on your, everybody's watching what you do. Everybody's watching what you do. So you leave that small town. You go and find yourself somewhere else. You do what you got to do, and then you come back with the knowledge and the prowess and the power, and you make a change.
You do. That's exactly how.
I was a guy who used to say, what? When asked, where you gonna end up? New Roads.
You think you're gonna end back up in New Roads?
I'm gonna retire in New Roads. I hope so. I hope I end up back in New Roads, I mean, since you asked that question, let's put it out there. Yes, I want to end back up in New Roads. One day.
I thought about it.
I hope to be a head coach at Livonia High School.
Let me say
one day.
And that's a real good thing.
One day. I
to go back into the high school that you graduated from.
First coaching job was there. If I want to, I got to be the change I want to see at that.
Exactly, that's true.
So one day, you know what I'm saying? One day. But until then, I can help out in other ways. And it may happen, it may not. I don't know. But
it's going to happen. You have to speak into existence.
Yeah.
You got to manifest it. I don't mind going
and
back.
all of you who got away from Point of P. You're coming back.
You see, the thing is, I don't mind going back to New Roads at all, but the main thing I would like to change in New Roads is the education.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. So if you look around New Roads, you see that they've taken away everything a kid can do.
Like
there's no parks. All right. There's a civic center recreation.
Which
outside of that. Granted.
Who is it for?
I'm
if
not.
We're being honest. Who is it for? It ain't for our kind.
It's definitely people closer to your color. They're mine.
Don't say my color. You gotta say the different race. Don't be putting me in the pool with them. Don't put me in the pool with them. Mm-mm.
Excuse me.
Mm-mm. Don't put me in the pool with them.
But they're starting to, it's starting to be more, unified, you know what I'm saying? But, there's nothing to do for kids, but then you look and they're trying to build a kid prison. So you take every positive thing away from the youth in New Roads, and then you try to push for a juvenile prison to be built.
What are you trying to build this at?
Just know that there's people out there who would like to see a juvenile prison built for the tri-parish. So like West Baton Rouge, Point P, Iberville. There's people who want to see a juvenile prison built.
Instead of having facilities and groups and things to where, people could, not only kids, but adults too could actually come in and learn how to deal with kids who have a behavior disorder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it starts with, that's why I say it starts with us. It starts with us, the parents, because I feel like it's not. I feel like the resources are there, but I feel as if some people just don't care to really acknowledge that their kids may have a mental disorder.
Yeah.
To where they really do need extra help. Yeah. Beyond the school system.
Yeah. So I've worked in the school system for like the past. I think I started at the beginning of 2018. So I know of the behavioral, and this is not saying that just oh, that kid bad like that. Nah, that's really
Goes deep.
It goes deep. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really behavior problems, and it's not behavior issues, but it's like I don't know. I definitely know that it's we are plagued with learning disabilities, and they aren't always addressed the correct way, which sometimes a learning disability is brushed off as, oh, that he just bad. Whereas if a kid is in class, he can't pay attention, he can't, instead of saying, man, hey, maybe he needs to be evaluated for ADD, ADHD, oh, he's just bad.
Now, and that's another thing. They be so quick to label our kids as ADD, ADHD, when all that kid needs is just some attention and some love.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
And a lot of times they're not getting this at home. Correct. Because the parents don't even know how to love them or how to deal with them. So they get sent to school and they start acting up.
And that's a conversation I have with a lot of teachers. Like, I gotta love this kid however he needs to be loved with these 8 hours I'm here with him,
because
I don't know what he getting at home. I don't know if he's going home and dad telling him, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or if he can go to dad and be like, man, pops, or if he even has a dad, you know what I'm saying? And since I've been in coaching and since I've been a teacher, I've learned that whatever that kid needs you to be on that day, that's you. Yep. If today he needs you to be his teacher, be his teacher. If today she needs you to be her father, or, you know what I'm saying, be that. If she, you know what I'm saying, whatever those kids need, you gotta be there because you have no idea what they get at home. That's the same reason they get lunch every day, because you don't know if they eat at home. That's the same reason they get breakfast every morning, because you don't know if they getting breakfast before they leave the house.
Right.
And it's just real important that we gotta start loving on the youth and loving on the kids more, because they are our future.
They are.
And if we keep demonizing them, they are gonna be what we manifest. So my biggest thing, bro, and a reason I want to come back is because I want to be the change that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep talking. Man, I want to see change at Point P. Man, new rules gotta change. Man, this shit is crazy. And I'm in Iberville Parish.
Right.
So eventually that's...
I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie. When you told me that you was teaching out there, I was shocked. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit of paper, a little bit of opportunity.
I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I truly get it, but
it was a learning experience because you go out there and it's just like, man, you still want to be home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you still want what's best for home. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at, no matter where you locate, you still want the best for home. So
because it's where your cousins, it's where the younger generation.
So it's like if I want that, then
you got to be that. You got to be that.
I can't keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see change for the youth of Point P Parish and the youth of New Rose, because without them, it's no future.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? It's no future. So if you're gonna keep on demonizing them and just look at it, bro. Just look at it. New Rose doesn't have a game, right? It's no real game. You ever heard of Pimps and, it's no.
Oh, you talking about game?
It's no true. Yes, they might claim a red or claim a blue.
To be honest, it's always a lot of
it's no
real
versus
true It's a lot of New Roads versus up the road.
Yeah, okay, you can get that, but even there, if you ask somebody this, if you can even ask people our age, what's the beef?
Ain't nothing.
That's it. When I was teaching the point of view, I used to say it all the time, bro, y'all fighting shit that y'all grandfather can't even answer for. You know what I'm saying? Like
As if this
you
been
don't
going
know
on for years and years.
you don't know your daddy, don't know your grandfather, don't, like, what's the problem? Territory? You know, so at the end of the day, I don't view New Roads as having a game, real games, but somehow people get labeled gang leaders when they go, you know, when they get, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's just another way for the system to capture our kids.
Yeah, you feel me?
That's all it is. You know, people really have died over this.
Yeah, you got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just another way for the system to capture our kids.
Can I get some more wine? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Got people, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's no real documented game, but like, you got people going and getting prosecuted and getting. It's just a lot of change I like to see in New Roads, man.
We gotta start with the education.
Yeah, education is the highest. And I'll tell you what that's gonna take. All that's gonna take is just money. You know what I'm saying? If you can compete with the top parishes and pay, you can get anybody you want. You know what I'm saying? You got people who drive right now an hour, who leave New Roads and drive an hour to go to work. You got most of New Roads, if they got a pretty good job, it's in Baton Rouge. So you got people right now who will drive 45 minutes to an hour for work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes you think somebody on the other side of it wouldn't drive 45 minutes to New Roads to make the money at a lower, you know? You got the facilities. There's Point Peace Central. Look, I mean,
let's not even get on that topic.
You got the facility. You got everything. You got everything needed to make it attractive. But
if Point Peace Central is already in New Roads, literally in New Roads, why do our kids have to be sent all the way to Livonia, which is 30 minutes away from New Roads? But like I was told, like anytime I get on this subject, I always say, I feel like our community just did not stick up for our kids enough for their school to remain Point Peace Central.
Nah, it didn't.
The mother folks got exactly what they wanted. They wanted their school and they got their school. That's exactly what happened.
All you gotta do. See, here's the thing. So, the thing about education in New Roads is property tax. Property tax, right? So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many people own houses in New Roads?
It's the majority of the white folks.
Right. Where do the majority of the white folks' kids go?
Falls River Catholic, and majority of them is pulling them out to go to STEM.
Mm-hmm. So, if my kid goes to Catholic or Falls River, why would I vote for an increase in my property tax for public school?
That's true.
You know, so we complaining, but
I've looked at the statistics of the ratio of the blacks and the whites in New Roads, and we definitely outweigh them a lot.
Yeah, but go look at the vote. Go look at the statistics of votes.
We just don't stand together.
Go look at the statistics of the voting. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We can't pass $100 increase in property tax to benefit Point Peace Parish School.
$100.
If you ask the average family, they did it. They did about when I was still at Livonia, so probably about 3 or 4 years ago, they tried to raise the property tax.
How much?
Pennies on the dollar compared to everywhere else.
And don't you pay property tax once a year?
Once a year. And you look at these places like Zachary, West Baton Rouge, West Feliciana.
I had the opportunity to have insights of the way Zachary School operates and runs. And when I tell you, they're a community that comes together for their kids and for each other. These people have donations with Razor Canes.
Come on, man.
To go to the school.
Come on.
It's simple things like that, but we just don't stick together. That's why that falls on the education system.
Yeah.
When I find out that Rosenwald, I think, and I could be wrong, but this was a while ago when I heard this. Rosenwald was like a D school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Are you serious? Rosenwald is an elementary school. Elementary, teaching the babies. And that's a D school?
Yep. Yep, I can tell you. So when I first came into teaching, probably about 2018, there was a lot of alumni of Point P Parish that had came back and started teaching. You know, but then when I left. When I left and looked back, everyone had gone. They either at Zachary, Westfield, Port Allen. So not only are we losing kids, but we losing teachers too.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? Homegrown teachers. Homegrown. You know? So things got to change, but it's up to us. We can talk about it as bad as we want to, but until we start voting yes on property tax, until we start buying property and owning property in order to have a say so in property taxes, you know, if we're gonna keep renting, those landlords not voting to increase their property tax.
At all.
That's a decrease in their profits.
The thing is, the minute people want to buy a house and start the process, they're not looking for properties in the rows. And I'm gonna be honest, I was one of them, because the minute I found out that Zachary was the best school in the district, this is where I want to send my child. So I'm looking for a place, you know, around here.
You just told me that when I said
this is where I want him to go. You know what I'm saying? So the people who's eligible to buy a house, they not looking for houses in New Roads. It's a lot of rent places in New Roads.
And that's by design. That's by design.
It is.
That's by design. Because I can control you if you guys keep paying me every month. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what? I'm going up on that rent $100 next month. And then 2 months later, I might go up another $100.
But,
and when I found that out, you know what? I'm going to get my own house. Because that happened to me. I was paying $100 rent, and then he wanted to go up $900 when he found out I was owning the business. I was running the business. I said, nope, I don't like this.
Yeah.
When I found out he had the rights to do that, I said, nope, I don't like this. I'm going to give me a house.
They can, I mean, it's changed. But it has to change, because if not, we will never get better. There will never be anything positive. Like, just what's there to do in New Roads?
The only thing is, I mean, honestly, it's just Mardi Gras.
Your cousin's bar.
That's it.
AJ,
that's it.
Club 91.
Literally, that's it. And then that's another thing.
And that's stuff that's been around since before we was born.
Before.
You know what I'm saying? Bro just took it over and start doing it again, because that's his family name.
Exactly.
But, man, that stuff that's been here since my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
But that's another thing.
There's no growth. Being
that you done said that, it makes, being that I am a businesswoman, and, I have ideas on top of ideas. Anytime I think of a business to open, I'm like, I don't want to open up in New Roads. Because, you know why? We don't stick together. The minute they find out I'm the owner, they not going to come spend $8 with me. They rather go to the other folks down the street, the other people. You know what I'm saying? So why should I build a business out there when I know my kind is not going to spend $8 with me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, any business I want to open up, it's going to be on this side of the river. It's going to be in Baton Rouge somewhere with people that don't know me, but they're going to spend $1 because of the business that I have, the value of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's so crazy because, man, we can really be.
We can take over. I was side of the track. Think about it. I was side of the railroad track. Come on now. All of the businesses that was there before, like, what is it called? What is it called? I can't, like, you got banks. You have, what's the grocery store with the wash and cereal attached to it? Across from Pleasant View.
Ashford's.
You got Ashford's. And what other black business do you have that's still running today in New Roads?
I mean,
What other
outside,
black business?
there's a couple food trucks and stuff. But
What size of food trucks?
It's nothing.
That's a grandfather business.
It's nothing. There's nothing.
Outside of the track is dead. It's not there.
Nothing.
But you go on the other side. Oh, baby, they flourishing. Mm-hmm. They are
like
on the other side of the
right
track.
on the other side of the track. There's literally a Family Dollar. Like
they got magic.
Take 2 steps and there's a Family Dollar, a car dealership.
They be partying up on the river, bro.
Like in Main Street, it's like we gotta get it together, New Roads, man. I can say this because I've been other places. You know what I'm saying? I live in St. Gabriel right now, and it ain't as bad as New Roads. Really? Because they do, the St. Gabriel city does so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's not nowhere near as bad. But they're not even. I mean, we do have a new mayor, so things are gonna change. You know what I'm saying? But before, man, it was, what was going on, man? It's just nothing to do. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do, which is why we will keep on having news articles about kids doing this, kids doing that, because you give them something positive to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't even have a gym to go to. Like, think about it. They can't just get up, grab a basketball, and say, I'm going to hoop at the gym. You know? They built that little court behind Rosenwald, and then 6 months later, they shut down that whole back thing. Don't tell me that. Why did they shut it down? They cleared it all out. For what? So, because it used to flood so much. So those 3 streets right behind that court, Pecan Drive West. Yeah, I know they was planning on, like, they torn all that down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, who's going to that park right there? Right. Who's going to that park? You're going to build a pickleball court at the Civic Center. Who's that for? Black people ain't playing no damn pickleball. We don't even know what that is. What is? You see pickleball? Pickleball. Are you serious? Pickleball. There's a pickleball court. They built a skating room. They built a skate ramp at the splash pad. Who skateboards? At the splash pad. Talking about by the community park. There's a skate park, little skate ramp. Are you serious? Who does that? Who builds? Like a skateboard ramp. Yeah, that little thing. See, this kind of stuff makes me upset. Who's that for? We don't skateboard. It makes me upset because those folks are getting exactly what they want. That's exactly that's. But you know why? Because they can go and speak. They attend when they have meetings. They there. You know what I'm saying? And they talk. They know what they want for their kids. We complain about stuff, but it's like, what are we doing? We don't get together. What are we doing? We don't talk about it and get together. All we do is talk shit. All we do is sit and talk and talk and talk. We just talk about it on the phone. And then we talk about anybody else, anybody who tried and failed. Instead of going and say, all right, you failed right here because you didn't have this. I can offer this. Now let's work together and see what it Right, exactly. But it's crabs in the bucket because we were raised, and I want to see the next man better than us. You were always raised to be better than the next man instead of working with the next man. And I ain't gonna lie, coming up in business when I was first selling clothes, I was like that. But I was like to be better than the next. So here's the thing. In business, that's okay. But when you're trying to better a community, you can't have that mentality. But that's what I'm saying. Being that I had that mentality, I didn't know how to work with people that was on the same level with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the mindset, they are out. You know what I'm saying? I'm against them. We're not together. I'm against them. In which it's the complete opposite. Because what I may not know to where we could teach each other and we could really build this and make something of it. That's the whole purpose of it. And that's why I've always been labeled too friendly or something because, man, I don't care who I'm around. I was just on a cruise, bro, last week. Man, I couldn't tell you how many people I just talked to. We get in the elevator. What's that? Where you from? You got to network. You got to connect. Where you from? What you do? You never know where you're going to end up in the end. I'm asking all the workers, man, where you from? They all foreign and so where you from? Oh, so one of them was from the Philippines. So I'm like, all right, so what's what's your dollar like? What's our dollar like to y'all dollar? Because you don't come work on this ship for 7 months if it's not beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? If you making pennies on that. So he like, man, this one to 55. So he like, yeah, I can go out there. I can get $40,000 1 year, do 1 year, 40 G's, and go build me a mansion. You know what I'm saying? One was like, I can take my year's salary and put my brothers through school, put my siblings through school. I can take care of my mom from working on a cruise ship. Some shit we look at is like peasantry. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we look at that. You know how we view certain motherfuckers. So we looking at that like. Whereas they looking at it like, thank God. Right. I'm 7 months gone, 2-3 months home, 50 G's, and that equal 50. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If they make $50,000, multiply that by 55.
It's a lot.
55.
That's a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying? 55. He multiplied that by 55 when he
But you have to get out of the ordinary in order for you to explore opportunities that's really out here for us to, to really be set for life.
Which is why it's so important to get your ass out of that small town.
It is.
Because if you never get out of that small town, you never see anything different than that small town. And if you never see anything different than that small town, you think that's the way.
That's the truth.
That you think that's that crazy way of thinking that I don't know that those bad habits, that black hole mentality, you think that's normal, and then you're defensive about it. So whenever someone tells you that's not right, that's not normal, they're a hater. They this, they that. You're defensive about, and they're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bad mentality.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bad mentality. Like, there's Jumpstart and then there's College Pathway, right?
Jumpstart.
So there's Jumpstart and then there's Core 4. So which means Jumpstart is basically the industry route, right? You go and you get a couple certifications and they count as credits. You know what I'm saying? Core 4 is physics, chemistry, world history, English for those you're taking college ready courses, you know what I'm saying? Which one you thinking they pushing?
They're probably pushing more towards not the Core 4.
Yeah, you're not getting pushed to college. You know what I'm saying? They're not pushing you that way. Why? Because let's say it's easier to fail. It's an easier chance to fail on the college route, right? Which affects the school scores and all that. So why not put them on this technical route where they can take these field class, these certifications.
But it's making it too easier for them because let's say the majority of the few, because we're going to manifest all our kids to go to college. Let's say the majority of the few do go to college. It's going to be very much more difficult for them to handle all of the courses in college if in high school they're used to only taking 4 subjects at a time.
So in the way it works, so you do your credits or whatever, but if you go to Jumpstart route, right? Automatically you cannot go to a 4-year college if I'm not.
You see what I'm saying?
You can't if you go Jumpstart route, it's no going to a 4-year university. It's like you can go community college, you can go, technical college, something like that.
So the kids,
I don't think you can go to a 4-year university if you went Jumpstart route. And I could be wrong about that, but I know. Let me say it might be harder to go to a 4-year university. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have those.
All the credits required.
Yeah, you probably got to go. When you do go, you got to take a year's worth of remedial classes or whatever, So
because you don't have all the proper education and requirements to actually.
Correct. And if you go and get this many certificates during your what you call it? If you're gonna get so many certificates during your your jump start route, that counts towards the school's scores also. So which one is easier to get somebody a certificate for workplace safety or something, or get them to get 18 on the ACT?
18 on the ACT.
No, it's very much easier to get them to allow them to go and get a workplace safety certificate.
But why set them up for that? You set them up for the minimum instead of.
Because it's all about what looks good on school.
But that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You set the kids up for the minimum is except for set them up for what they actually reach in their lifetime.
And this conversation isn't neuro specific. This is just Louisiana in general. It's the education system is just bad, and it's run like that a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of schools only care about what
the grade of the school.
The school grade.
The grade of the school.
So whatever we can do to get that school grade up, let's do it.
I'm wondering if it really and truly depends on the kind of school it is. Like, is the school set up for the kids in the hood, or is the school set up for the other color folks?
So here's the thing: why should a school be set up for what's the kids in the hood?
So I would say, for instance, for like a school that's set up for the kids in the hood, as if that school can be schools that's graded D's and F's, to where that's why they choose to go that route so they could get a better grade. Not focusing on, elevating these kids and setting these kids up for the future, but they just more so concerned about the grade of the school. Versus if it's a school that's made for the other color folks, they don't even care about transitioning to that jumpstart program because they're not worried about it. I mean, their grade is already up.
Right. That's a hard question to answer, but I can say that it's statewide because I've been a couple places, but overall it's about the school score. You know what I'm saying? And kids are, I don't know. But I don't blame the schools. I blame the parents.
I don't blame the schools, but you got to, at the end of the day, when you're a principal, you have to uphold certain standards. Yeah. You have to, do what you got to do to make sure your school is, of the requirements. Yeah. The requirements meet its requirements. You know what I'm saying?
And of all the places I've been, I won't lie, Livonia probably had the most personable, administration staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, just...
What you mean?
Just open, personable, like down to with the kids, down on that level with the kids. Livonia, and then probably East Silverville when I had Miss April Thibodeau. She was real personable, but without that, it's just tough.
If you don't have like teachers or counselors or people in the administrative office that actually fight for the kids' future, it's no need for the parents to really pay attention to it.
Yeah. So, like Livonia's principal now, she's great because she's all about the kids and all about education. She's doing what she can with what she has, and she has the right mindset, but. Why? So you have that person in place. Why not pour into that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not lift her up? Why not, try to give a little extra push?
Give her everything she needs to keep bringing that school back up. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I just feel like it should. We don't support the ones we do have in high places. You know what I'm saying? We definitely should. We should support our kind a lot better in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoyed this, Jim. This was
it was really good. It was really good.
This was cool, man. And, I hope I can become a recurring guest on the podcast.
Of course, just let me know when you come back.
I don't want this to be a one-time thing because I feel like This was a damn good combo. Yeah.
Next time we talk again is when it's gonna be on your show.
That's how you gonna do it.
That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do.
Okay. So put a little pressure on me. All right, that's cool.
That's what we gonna do. All right.
That's cool.
You can't keep always coming to mind when you have plans of building yours.
You're right.
Next time we talk, it's gonna be on yours.
You're right. Hey, you're right. Hey, everybody, listen. If you didn't take anything from me today, I want you to go out in the world and I want you to love everybody the way that you want to be loved. All right? I want you to go out and I want you to be the change that you want to see. And I want you to go out and I want you to protect every child and every woman that you see around. All right? Because they are us. They are where we come from.
Yes. You never know what people are going through.
Shout out to the Nelson clan.
All right, so I want to thank you for coming on the Jennro Show.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing all of this good information with us. Please make sure to follow him on Instagram @_FlyGuyTrey.
That's me.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. So, as you already know, this is the Jennro Show. And this is where we talk a lot of stuff, we tell stories, and we just keep it real, and we just be honest, because honesty is all we can give.
Yep, and I hope y'all enjoyed the talk we had today. Because it was some real stuff going on. And a lot of it, you know, a lot of that relationship stuff, bro, that was me in therapy. I ain't gonna lie. None of that was prepared. None of that was like, you would ask her, I was like, bro, come off the dome with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna have nothing prepared. You know what I'm saying? So
we only got to like 2 questions. I only asked 2 questions.
That was when you in therapy. That's how it go. Am I right? When you in therapy, that's how it go. You just get to blabbing like boop 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 boop. And I needed that. So maybe next time we'll get through some questions, but. I hope y'all enjoyed the introduction to Trey on the Jennro Show. You know what I'm saying? It was fun.
Well, I hope you got something real good from coming on the show.
I did. I think I'm gonna go home and have a conversation. You know.
And you should.
But you gotta send me some. You gotta send me some of these clips so I can show that I really was being honest with myself. You know what I'm saying? So send me some of these clips so I can be like, look, man, look, I went to therapy. Look, I mean, like, I had some realization, you know what I'm saying? I was messed up, so. For sure, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Next time we talk, I definitely want to see, I want to see all that pride going away.
Okay.
All that ego going out the window.
But I'm proud of you. I'm so happy for what you're doing. And I just hope you keep on keeping on, bro.
Thank you.
Don't stop, man. You setting examples for, not only my daughters, but people our age, people seeing that I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go on YouTube and watch podcasts. I can do my own. So I just want you to, keep on keeping on, man, and keep setting examples. Don't ever let the bar stop being raised. I just because I just can't describe how everybody should really cling to what you got going. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like. Young women, man, pay attention. She got a good head on her shoulders. This the right track right here, all right? So.
Thank you.
No problem. And I'll be back.
Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until we see each other again, bye.